I'm Jennifer Angel, and this is my overview message for the week of May the 20th. Okay, May the 20th. We're right on the Uranus-Pluto square, which I've been talking about for some time. Okay, so this is the just to repeat myself, because I know it's such a big deal square happening in astro terms. I think I've mentioned it in every single star chart reading for this week. Okay, so apologies for repeating myself. It is the third out of 7 direct hit squares over a 3-year period between Uranus and Pluto. Okay, so a square, the nature of a square is confronting, challenging. It's a hard aspect, okay, but let's say, for instance, that there's a square between Venus and Jupiter. Well, it's not going to be that challenging. They're both, soft type planets, but Pluto and Uranus are pretty heavy duty planets, so yeah, it's going to be challenging. I don't know about you, but I'm a Capricorn. Most of you who've been watching me for a while would know that by now. And with the Sag rising and my moon is in Cancer, and I feel pretty unsettled, for want of a better word, unhinged at some points over this last week or 2-week period leading up to this point. And I was talking to a girlfriend in London this morning, a fellow Capricorn, and I said, you know what, you and I are pretty good at handling, we're pretty sort of stoic and sturdy, and we're cautious. We're pretty sort of good at handling any crisis that crosses our path, and we're both feeling a little unhinged or unsettled. So that just sort of tells me what the more sensitive signs are going through, and certainly all the water signs. So okay, so here's your advice: just hold on tight, and look at the positive. And as I just finished telling Pisces, always look at what you want, not at what you don't want. So try to always put life in the positive. I mean, sure, it's a challenging time. No matter what way you look at it, you can't get around that. But Pluto is in Capricorn. Now, Pluto is a planet of transformation. Capricorn builds up structures. So if something is not working in the specific area of your life that the Pluto-Uranus square affects, then it's likely to be broken down, and then with the Pluto in Capricorn, it builds it up. Okay, so that's the good news. Uranus is in Aries. Now, Uranus is planet of originality. It's very creative. It's very sudden. It can be like sudden, forceful changes. And in Aries, there's always two sides to everything. And Aries can be assertive, but it can also be aggressive. So that's the flip coin of the Aries energy, because its ruler is Mars, the warrior. So and Aries is changeable in itself, so something can like totally come out of left field now that you wouldn't even though you can feel that something's happening, you don't really know what it is. So try to keep your schedules flexible, firstly. Secondly, try not to get too hooked into the energy. Easier to say, I know, but be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, and schedule in some nurturing. All you earth signs out there who've got your little to-do list, somewhere in that to-do list, it's like, take a break, have a bath, take your puppy for a walk, finish 10 minutes earlier, whatever it is for you. Have a bubble bath, read a book, whatever it is for you. Schedule in some self-nurturing. It's really important over this period for a couple of reasons. Firstly, some of you are going to have some real moments of realization, okay? So you want to grasp hold of them consciously and work with what it is, because a moment of realization gives you an opportunity to often deal with past demons or past lessons that have come up again, so you can have a look at. So it gives you, take a moment to consciously look at it, acknowledge it, and let it go, so you can create a void and create an opening for something newer, bigger, better, more satisfying, or whatever to come into your life. Okay, now remember, life is a cycle of order and chaos. Whenever your life is in chaos, it means that things are changing. Okay, and that's a good thing. Without that level of change, you're never going to evolve and go on to that next next phase of your life, whatever that is. And some of us take big steps, some of us take small steps, and it doesn't really matter as long as we're just still moving forward, bettering ourselves, and trying to become the best person that we can. And whatever that level is. So firstly, try to keep it with you. That brings me up to the next point. Try to keep it with you and not be judgmental on other people. And if you find yourself being judgmental on someone else, then do that exercise of putting yourself in their shoes, walk a mile in my shoes, because you never really know what other people are going through. I mean, they could be going through all sorts of things, and you don't know. Even the people closest to you don't really know what's going on in their life. So try to bring the focus back to you and leave the judgments out of it. So it's an interesting time, for want of a better word. Now, on my New York Daily News pages, the jenniferangel.com site, there is an article that I've put up. It should be up by now by the time you listen to this video. And it's all about the Uranus and Pluto squares. And what's very interesting information of some of the things that have happened over the space of time during history when Uranus, and Pluto have squared before. So go in and have a look at that. Very interesting blog on my mistressafastrology.com about free will and destiny as well at the moment. So there are always new blogs on the Mistress site. So I try to update that every couple of days. So that's always good to go and see what's going on there. What else is happening this week? The full moon this week just to add a bit more intensity in the sign of, I'm looking at the symbol and can't think of the sign, Sagittarius. And this gives us an opportunity to further look within ourselves and see what's going on there with our inner feelings and insights. And we've still got a bunch of activity, planets sitting in the solar third house in Gemini. Okay, so next week, there's some great, very beneficial, very positive aspects that are occurring next week with the planet of abundance, Jupiter. So it's like what goes down now can be replaced and open the doors for something great to happen in another week's time. Okay, so take a couple of steps back, take a few deep breaths, try not to overreact, and be nice to yourself. That's your message and homework for you this week, everyone. Okay, I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for all of your messages. I have not been able to get to them over the last couple of weeks. I do try, but as I always say to you, please keep sending. I love to get them, and please know that I do read every single one of them, even if I don't get a chance to reply to them. Okay, love and luck to you. Thanks for watching.